A new bipartisan bill could change how Ohio workers handle medical and family emergencies. Two state senators are pushing for paid family leave. Supporters say it could bring relief for families forced to make tough financial decisions. But we want to bring in Tessa DeTiro right now. And Tessa, this is something that has a lot of people talking.
Yes, and rightly so, Tiffany. This affects a lot of folks. So hundreds of people weighed into us on social media, and it makes sense because in Ohio right now, most workers don't have access to paid family or medical leave. Senator Beth Liston, who introduced Senate Bill 396, shared a really striking number with me. 77% of Ohioans go without pay when they take time off for something like the birth of a child, maybe caring for a sick loved one, or their own health issues. This bill would change that, providing workers with 14 weeks of paid and job protected time off. So when we asked you your thoughts, you chimed in. Stephanie calling it a great idea, saying she was lucky to have paid leave, but knows many others aren't. Christina says it should apply to everyone, not just new mothers. But not everyone on board here. Debbie worries businesses could become short-staffed and taxpayers would end up covering the cost. Everett thinks there's a little concern that some could take advantage of this system. I also took the questions out in the community.
I think every single woman should get at least 14 weeks of paid leave. Why not? You have to spend time with your baby. Sometimes you don't. You have a surgery, a major surgery. How are you supposed to move? How are you supposed to work?
That's not fair, and it needs to be a change.
Tells me that the program would work like an insurance fund with small payroll contributions. She estimates about $4 a paycheck from workers and employers.
Should the bill pass, everyone would put each week a little bit of money into that sort of insurance pot. I mean, in fact, we call it the Paid Family Leave Insurance Program. And then, that would protect Ohioans who would need to have FMLA and make sure that they have some of their income during that really difficult time.
Under the plan, Ohioans would receive about 85% of their pay, capped at just over $1,200 per week. The standard benefit would last 14 weeks with the possibility of extending up to 18 weeks if you had multiple medical or family emergencies in 1 year. So we also received dozens of emails, some still coming in this morning, about the timing of all of this. The program wouldn't begin until at least 2028, and it would be run by the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services. Right now, the bill is in its very early stages. It hasn't even had a hearing yet, but 14 other states do have similar laws in place. So we'll continue to follow the conversation. Tiffany, a lot of people are talking about this.
Yeah, a lot of conversation, I'm sure, on both sides of this issue.
Yes.
Can't wait to see what happens here. Thank you.